welcome back to my channel and happy Monday. For those who don't know me, my name is Kristen Martin. I'm an international Amazon best-selling indie author, a writing and business success coach, a podcaster, a YouTuber. Essentially, when you put all of that together, I'm what you would call a creative entrepreneur. Welcome to my channel. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. Real quick, if you haven't already, make sure you go ahead and click that subscribe button as well as that little bell. That will send you email notifications to your inbox whenever I upload new videos, which is every single Monday. For today's video, we will be continuing on with the Habits for the Productive Writer series. This is episode 4. So if you are participating in Camp NaNoWriMo, we are exactly 1 week in, which is pretty crazy. Just in case you don't know, Camp NaNoWriMo is put on by an organization called NaNoWriMo, which stands for National Novel Writing Month. So Camp NaNoWriMo takes place in April and July, and then NaNoWriMo takes place in November. And essentially it's a platform where a bunch of writers come together from all over the world and commit to writing a book in a month. I have participated in NaNoWriMo for the past 4 years and I absolutely love writing my books during this time frame. There's just something about knowing that you're not alone in writing your book and having that community to go to when you need support and encouragement. So because of some travel plans and some things that I have going on in the month of April, I decided to start my Camp NaNoWriMo early. And I wanted to do something a little different for my writing sessions because I haven't been writing as consistently. And so, if my goal is to write 50,000 words in a month, to suddenly just jump in and say, okay, I need to write 1,666 words a day over the next 30 days, to sit down and write, 1,500 words when you haven't written in a while, that's a lot. Sometimes it can take a little time to get warmed up and get yourself to that pace where every day you can write 15 or 1,600 words. But oftentimes in the very beginning, I find that I do struggle a bit with my word count, which is why I created something called the Word Count Snowball. And that is what this video is going to be about today. That's my habit, the word count snowball. Before we get into the details, what that is, what it looks like, how the word count snowball works, I do want to let you know that my signature business program for creative entrepreneurs called Elevate will be opening again for enrollment in 2 weeks, which is on April 22nd. If you want to learn more about this program and what it entails, make sure to check out the link in the description box below. Okay, so what is the word count snowball? And why did I decide to name it that? It seems like very strange terminology, right? So if you think of it as making a really small little snowball and then, pushing that down a hill of snow, it would gain momentum and it would get bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's kind of the same idea with your word count. So you would start smaller because, again, like I said, I haven't written consistently in a few months and I want to get back into the habit, but I don't want to overwhelm myself by having to write 1,666 words per day. That's a lot to do to sit down on the first day and really get into the groove. So I thought maybe I can apply this sort of snowball principle, start smaller, start where I know I feel comfortable getting a certain number of words down. Like for me, I know when I sit down for a writing session, I can get 700 words down easy. That's just my number. For you, it might look really different. But I thought to myself, what if I start with a number like 700 because I know I can achieve that and then slowly add to it over the week. So maybe just add another 100 words or another 200 words, but still make it so that I hit my 50,000 word count target and also get to a point where I'm writing 3,000 words a day and that it's comfortable for me to write 3,000 words a day. Again, these numbers may be different for you, but for me, these are just my goals. So I want to be able to write 3,000 words a day to just sit down and crank that out, just like I do my 700 words right now. But I don't want to overwhelm myself or put unnecessary pressure and expectations on myself to just immediately start with that 3,000 words. So I figured I would build up to it. So I thought for this episode of Habits for the Productive Writer, it would be cool to kind of take you along 1 week of doing this word count snowball so you could kind of see the process and see, how much I'm writing, how many words I'm adding on, and what that total would look like for the end of the week. And then I'm also leaving a downloadable spreadsheet. You can find the link in the description box below where you can see exactly how I worked this out and what the numbers look like. I'm like not a math person, so everything's in an Excel spreadsheet, but I wanted to give you guys kind of a template in case you wanted to try this word count snowball at home with your own goals. So without further ado, let's go ahead and roll into week 1 of my word count snowball. Today's writing attire brought to you by Amazon. Hi guys, it is Monday, March 25th, which I know might be kind of confusing because this video is going up on April 8th. So you're like, are we going back in time? Yes, we are, but I'm gonna set this down. Today is day one of my word count snowball. I'm so excited. I'm starting Camp NaNoWriMo a little bit early since I have some travel and things going on in April. Wanted to make sure that I accounted for the time that I won't be writing. I'm working on a hashtag secret project, which I guess I'm gonna go ahead and announce in this video because I've already announced it to my patrons over on Patreon. I've announced it to my newsletter subscribers and some very, very close friends of mine. I'm not going to reveal the title or the projected release date in this video, but I wanted to let you know that the project I am working on for Camp NaNoWriMo is another personal development book. And my goal for this month is to get 50,000 words down. I already have quite a bit of it written, but 50,000 words, that's a really strong number for me, and I know that I can do that in a month because I have done it over the past 4 years during NaNoWriMo. So the way the word count snowball is going to work is I'm going to start off my writing sessions with a number that I feel comfortable writing up to, if that makes sense. So I know for most of my writing sessions, if I haven't written in a while, when I sit down, it is very unlikely that I'm going to be able to write 1,666 words or whatever it is in that first day, because that is a lot, especially if I haven't been writing consistently. So the whole point of the word count snowball is to work up to your ideal word count. And for me, that is 3,000 words a day. If I can get in the groove and feel comfortable and know that I can sit down and bust out 3,000 words, that's a good number for me. Your numbers might be different, and I am going to leave a spreadsheet linked in the description box below, which I'm sure I already said in the intro, but I don't know because I haven't filmed that yet. But make sure you check that out because there's gonna be a template for you to plug and play, and there will be formulas, so make sure you don't adjust any of those and only type in your goals in the highlighted areas. There's gonna be instructions on the spreadsheet, so you'll see. But there'll be a template for you to use to plug in your own numbers and your own goals, and then you can also reference mine and see how I did it and what I did. And depending on what your goals are, you may need more than a month. Mine worked out so perfectly where really all I need to get to that 3,000 words a day is a 1 month time period. So I'll kind of go over what this week is going to look like, and then I'll take you through the week each day. So I'll pick up the camera each day and kind of let you know what's going on. But I just want to give you a weekly overview so you can understand what this would look like and briefly go over what the whole month would look like. Okay, so let's take a quick look at the spreadsheet, which again, you can download from the link in the description box below, because I know for some people like me, I'm a very visual learner. So just hearing all those numbers makes me very, very confused. So let's look at the spreadsheet. Okay, so let's take a look at this word count snowball. So this is what the spreadsheet, if you've downloaded it from the description box, this is what it will look like, or this is what it'll pull up when you open up Excel. So this is my word count snowball and what I am doing for the month of April for Camp NaNoWriMo. But here is your template. So this is where you would enter in your own information. So let me just go through my own snowball right now so you can see this. So my big picture goal, 50,000 words a month. That automatically calculates to 12,500 words a week. So you'll notice that number is pretty much populated right up here in the target box. And then my ideal writing day is 3,000 words a day. That's just kind of a number that I want to get to. It's a personal goal. You don't really have to focus on this if you're just focusing on words per month, that's fine. Okay, so like I said, day one, I am comfortable with writing 700 words in a day. I know that is a number I can hit. So I went ahead and put that under day one, and then I feel comfortable adding in 200 words per day on top of that number. So that's why I put 200. I would say to put a number between 100 and 500 in these different boxes. So for week one, my daily word addition will be 200 words a day is what I'll add on. Week two is going to be 250 words a day. Week three, 200 words a day. And then week four, 250 words a day. Okay, so if we look at week one, if we have 200 words a day that are being added on, that's 700 words day one, 900 words day two, 1,100 words day three, 1,300 for day four, 1,500 for day five, 1,700 for day six, and 1,900 for day seven. So that puts me at a total of 9,100 words for the week. My target was 12,500, but you'll see it's okay that I'm behind in these weeks because I make up for it in this snowball in the final week where I actually exceed the word count target for the month. So then for week 2, I'm gonna start with day 3's word count at 1,100 words, and I'm gonna add 250 words. You can see here the progression. We add this week's total with this week's total, and we're at 22,050 words. And still I'm a little bit below my target, but that's okay. So then we move on to week 3. I'm gonna add 200 words a day. I'm gonna start with my day 9 target, and you can kind of pick this. I sort of set up the formula you'll see in the spreadsheet, so you don't have to enter in or pick what you're gonna start day 8, day 15, day 22. It's already in the formula, so you can just kind of work with that and see how it goes. But I figured, you know, a jump from 700 starting off week 1, that 1,100 isn't too big of a jump to start off week 2. And then, you know, week 3 starting off at 1,350 and then 1,550. So it seems like a nice way to start off and progressively increase my word count each week. Then for week 3, same thing, just starting, you know, with day 9, word count on day 15, adding 200 words a day. When I add all these weeks together, that gets me a total of 35,700 words. So still just a little bit behind. But then week 4, since I'm starting with a higher word count, which is still below the daily word count that I need, which is pretty interesting. But, you know, I'll start at 1,550 and then adding 250 words, that'll put me at 1,800, and then day 24, I'll be at 2,050, 2,300, 2,550, 2,800, and day 28 is where I will hit that 3,000 words a day mark. So this last week is probably gonna be your biggest stretch in terms of your word count. So if I look at this number, this is my highest word count of all the days. This number should sort of match, or whatever your highest word count is, that number should match your ideal writing day. And that way you can kind of continue with the snowball or just stop with the snowball because you've hit that 3,000 words a day, your ideal writing day, so that way you can just keep writing. So this is what the template looks like. It is very important that you follow the directions and you only type in the highlighted cells, because if you type in any of these other cells that are not highlighted in yellow, you're gonna lose the preset formula that I have in there. So if you just follow these directions here, you'll start by typing how many words per month you want to hit. It'll automatically calculate your words per week. You'll notice these cells will be populated automatically. You will type in your ideal writing day, and then you'll start up here. You'll write in what you feel comfortable doing for day 1, and then you'll type in these daily word additions for each week and just kind of compare the cells. Again, all the directions are right here. It's very clear. So hopefully that will help you try out this word count snowball and see if it's something you want to implement into your writing routine. So that is a brief overview of my word count snowball. I'm gonna go ahead and get to writing and hit my 700 words for day 1. Okay, so it is day 7 of the word count snowball. It is the end of the first week, and it went really, really well. I don't know if you can tell, I'm a little bit congested. I can't remember when I started filming earlier this week if the congestion had hit yet, and I haven't talked since day 1. So bear with me. But for the most part, I hit my target every single day with that addition of adding 200 words onto the day before. So I started off this week writing 700 words, and I'm ending the week with a target of 1,900 words, and I just finished writing 1,922 words. So for the entire week, that puts me at a total of over 9,000 words. I haven't actually done the math yet. What I really like about this is I am gradually working up to a higher word count, but tomorrow I don't have to write 1,900 words. I only have to write 1,100 words. So it kind of takes the pressure off a little bit, but I know that as I work next week, my word count is going to gradually increase even more. So I'll start next week at 1,100, but I'll end up writing 2,600 words in a day by day 14. I have to say that this little experiment, this word count snowball, was a success. And I definitely think it's something I'm going to implement into my writing routine, especially during NaNoWriMo. Okay, so that is it. That is all I have for you today for this video. I really hope that you enjoyed this episode of Habits for the Productive Writer. It's one that I have really been wanting to bring to you guys for a while, but I wanted to get my mind around the whole concept and come up with a name for what I was actually doing. Word count snowball. So I would love to know if you guys are wanting to try this, if you've done something similar in the past. Let's go ahead and open up the discussion. I would love for you to leave a comment down below. If you are not already, I would love for you to come join me over on Instagram. I will leave it right here in this corner. I post to Instagram and just social media in general pretty much every single day, but I only post to YouTube once a week. So let's keep the good times rolling. BookCon 2019 will be here before we know it, and I will be attending again as an author and an exhibitor. I will be in booth number 3025, selling and signing copies of all of my books, so I really hope I get the chance to meet you. Tickets are on sale now, and just so you know, BookCon is taking place on June 1st and 2nd in New York City. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, click on that subscribe button, and also make sure to check out the description box below for information on all of my books, courses, programs, and much more. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you so much, and I will see you in next week's video. Bye.